The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
That has been literally stuck in my head ever since I watched episode 3 of The Acolyte. For those of you unfortunate poor souls out there that also endured episode 3 of The Acolyte, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of the most cringeworthy things I've ever seen in the history of Star Wars, and that's saying a lot because ever since Disney Star Wars has been a thing, we have gotten a lot of cringe, let's be honest. But the power of many lies with the fans who continue to absolutely annihilate the show, and rightfully so. The audience score for this show has now dropped to 22% rotten, and it's already dropped 3 points since yesterday after episode 3 came out, and it's only going to continue to sink further and further. And I've been hearing that episode 4 is going to be even worse than episode 3. I don't even know how that's possible because episode 3 was a complete train wreck, but this is the current state of Disney Star Wars, and it's absolutely insane. Okay, ever since that scene, and there's a lot to just completely laugh about in episode 3 of The Acolyte, but there's also a lot of things to be angry about. They have completely retconned and basically taken the story of Anakin Skywalker and they have remade it into the Disney version for The Acolyte, which is absolutely insane, basically rendering Anakin Skywalker obsolete, which is about right for Disney because they can't stand the idea of having a straight white male being one of the main special heroes in Star Wars. And so this is kind of the state that we are at, okay? And everything is getting worse and worse for The Acolyte ever since episode 3 dropped last night. More and more fans, more than ever, are churning against Star Wars. And then you got morons like this showing up all over Twitter today who are saying things like this.
It's okay if you dislike The Acolyte because you don't like the story. What isn't okay is to attack the show because of the race, gender, or sexuality of a character. It's also not okay to attack another Star Wars fan because they do enjoy the show. Be kind to one another. Do better, people.
And this person does not realize, like so many of these just complete smooth brains all over Twitter today, they do not realize that they are absolutely being played by Disney as the sheep that they are. The good little sheep that Disney wants them to be. The good little consumers. You know what I mean? Because Disney will continue to use diversity as a scapegoat, a shield, so that they can continue to point the outrage in that direction. Meanwhile, they will continue to give us absolutely crappy stories that destroy the lore, destroy the entire universe of Star Wars, and they will continue to do that under the guise of diversity, because if you criticize anything absolutely whatsoever about Star Wars, then they suddenly make it into a diversity issue. Leslye Headland, who came out today talking about and trying to defend what happened in episode 3, and it's absolutely insane. This woman has completely become the apprentice of Kathleen Kennedy. The whole Sith dynamic is perfectly playing out in Disney right now. And then she went on to talk about all sorts of crap about the mystery around how these kids were created using the Force with a lesbo relationship at the center of all of that. It's just ridiculous, man. But basically, you know, and this whole thing is supposed to take place like 100 years before Plagueis is around and how Anakin was created and all that type of stuff. But he wasn't the only one, guys. There was also other people out there, these twins that were created using the Force with a lesbo relationship, and it's absolutely insane. But fans have been right this entire time, okay? They're just tearing all of the guts out of Star Wars at this point, and we are just trying to pack them all back in and try to save the dead body of Star Wars, and Disney's continuing to rip and shred and tear, and we are apparently the bad guys in this entire situation, which is just insane to me. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What did you think about episode 3? If you saw it, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.